Hello, it's Greg Watford again, and welcome to this video called How to Get Free Traffic Using YouTube Videos. Now, maybe you've already got a YouTube channel set up and it's not quite cranking. So look, stay with me because we'll cover some tips to actually help you with that. Or maybe you're very new to internet marketing and you hadn't even thought about setting up a YouTube channel and you're not quite sure how to do it or what's the benefit in doing it to spending the time and the effort into this. So it's all free with YouTube, of course. So I think you'll enjoy this video where what we're going to do is set up a YouTube channel from scratch and also upload your first video. We'll show you how to do that. We'll do a video together and you don't even have to make the video. So I'll explain that in a minute. Okay, so we're going to be doing the basics on this, as I've said here. So how does the YouTube channels actually get traffic? Well, it's very simple. You've got people looking at your videos and below your video you're going to have a link, or maybe you can have what's called an annotation. That's that little bit of text that's on the video that says, click here to subscribe, or click here to go to the next video, or click here for whatever, and that will produce traffic, okay, for free. And once you've set it up, it'll produce traffic, in the weeks and months ahead. Now, of course, if your video happens to go viral, like I came across a video the other day that was carpool karaoke with the president's wife in there, and it was actually cranking out something like 200,000 visitors an hour. It was sort of like 5 million in no time flat. I think in a week it was about 35 million or something, whatever. And if you're lucky to have a video go viral like that, it's all well and good. But anyhow, what I'm saying is videos that you'll be putting up in your YouTube channel, you put a link below them, and a proportion of the people that will visit your video will click on that link and go to your web page, your blog page, your Facebook page, whatever it may be. There's ways and means of doing that. Okay, so why download a YouTube video and then upload it to your channel? As I said in the beginning, you don't have to make a video as being your first video in this case, or any video. What I'm suggesting is you can download a video and upload it to your channel. Now, what's the advantage in doing that? Well, you don't have to produce the videos I've just said. Well, that's cool. Okay, you easily fill your channel with good material. So you can actually take some other videos. I'll talk about copyright in a minute, but you can take some other videos and put them on your channel, and 2 or 3 of those is a good way to start with your channel and get subscribers coming to your channel, visitors and subscribers coming to your channel. By association, it gives you credibility. If you have a particular channel set up about, let's say, candle making, for example, and there is a candle making guru within your industry, for just as an example, you could ask that guru, can I take one of your videos and put it on my channel? So that's by association, gives you credibility. You have control of the video. What I mean by that is, because you've taken the video, you've downloaded that video and put it onto your channel, it means it's there forever. You delete it, you can turn it into unlisted or listed, and where maybe the video's been removed or turned to unlisted, for example, on the original channel, but you've got control over it because you've downloaded and uploaded it to your channel. But here's the most important thing: you can put your link below your video. Now, for example, in that example, what I was saying about, let's say you have a candle making business, an online candle making business. You sell candles, and there's a guru for candle making, and you've downloaded that video. If you refer people to that guru's video, you would expect that he or she's link will be below that video. So you're referring people over to there, and they're clicking there and maybe buying candles from the other person. Where if you download the video, upload it to your channel, you put your link underneath it, and they buy off you. Okay, now let's talk copyright. Look, it's obvious. If someone's going to make a video, they've got the copyright on the video. And if you're going to knock off a video, you're going to get slapped, and without permission, that is. So in other words, you don't go and knock off a video, as I mentioned, the carpool karaoke, and go and put it up there, because you'll antagonize people, you'll get a bad name for yourself, and YouTube won't like it. Matter of fact, YouTube could even close your channel, which would be, especially if you build up a bit of traffic going through it. So my suggestion is, if you're contemplating downloading a video, you need to talk to the person who owns the video and ask permission. Now, if you're within a group of a team, for example, let's say you're in network marketing or even affiliate marketing, but you're working with a team of people, as Wendy and I are, you'll see that the picture there is Albie Costa. He's our mentor, our friend and mentor, our business partner. I've asked Albie, can I use some of your videos? And he said, yeah, go ahead, that's fine. Okay. So whenever you actually use someone else's video, you always give them credit, and you always ask permission, and you won't run foul of any copyright problems with YouTube or anybody else in the industry. Okay, now here, just before we start, there is one point that I'd like to cover with you to make sure we're all on the same page. What's the difference between downloading a video and watching a video? Okay, so when you watch a YouTube video, what's actually happening is that you're streaming the video down. I think it's an FLV file. It's come streaming down to your browser, and built into your browser, embedded into your browser, will be a player. And that's, well, you can see it in the picture there. It's the embedded flash player, and that's what you watch the video on. It's one with the controls across the bottom. It's a flash player. So the analogy would be very much like watching a TV program. Okay, the TV station is streaming the video, transmitting it to you, and you're receiving it, and your TV set actually presents the program that you're watching. Same thing with YouTube. Okay, it's streamed. It actually sits. The data that's coming down, the video, it's coming down, will sit in your RAM. And if you look below the video, there's actually two progress bars. One is red and one is grey. The red one shows you where how far you're watching, or how fast you're watching. The grey bit is how fast the download is. And of course, the grey bit, it's light grey just underneath it. And it's got to go faster than the red one. Otherwise, your player will run out of data to actually display the video. And that's when it stops and starts. So if your internet connection is very slow or poor, or for whatever reason. So just bear that in mind. That just shows you it's a streaming video. And when it's finished and you close the browser, boom, it deletes the whole lot out of the RAM. Now, when you download a video using a special arrangement, you ask to download, I'll show you in a minute because we're going to be doing it. You download the video normally as an MP4. It can come down as another format, but basically you're downloading an MP4, you're saving it to your computer, your hard drive, and then we're going to be uploading it into your particular YouTube channel. We're going to create a channel in a minute. Okay, so that's how you download. Anything that I download, I always save, by the way. I have an external hard drive. I suggest you do the same. Go and get yourself a 1 or 2 terabyte drive, very, very cheap nowadays, and put it in a folder and mark it what the title of the video is, because you may be in the future, you may have your channel, for whatever reason, switched off. So what are you going to do? Or maybe you want to have that particular video put into other channels. So I always save what I download on an external hard drive. It makes it pretty convenient. Okay, so in this video, the steps that we're going to be taking are, we're going to create a Gmail address. Now, why are we going to create a Gmail address? Because Google with Gmail, this is the easy way to do it. There's more than one way to do this, but this is the way that I do it. It's pretty easy. You create a Gmail address because Google links. What am I trying to say? There's an account. Google sets up an account. Once you set up a Gmail address, it sets up an account, and that account is right across the board. So you've got Gmail, you've got YouTube, you've got Google Drive, you've got Google Plus. It's all the same account. Okay, so once you start an account, you have these features that are attached to that account. So once we set up the Gmail account, then we'll go and set up the YouTube channel. from there, and then we will download the video and save it, and then we'll upload it to that channel. Okay, and then we'll complete a few tasks to make it all smooth and easy to find. SEOing, search engine optimization. We'll do a little bit of that. Now, this is the basics. It's not an in-depth training session on SEOing for YouTube videos, but all you've got to do is just do a few steps, and that'll do probably 80 or 90% of what you need to do. Okay, so what we're going to do now is set up this Gmail account. So all you got to do is go and type in gmail.com, or it's mail.google.com, same thing. You'll end up the same place. This is the page you'll end up on. Look, it may be a little bit different by the time you actually see this video, because things change on the internet. But when you click, when you click create an account, that blue button, which I'm just doing now, you end up with this page here. It says create your Google account. So I'll just show you a couple of tips. It's very, very easy. I'm not going to go all the way through in creating an account. I just want to show you a couple of tips to creating your Gmail account. You already may have a Gmail account. Well, open up another one. I've got about 10 of them. So it's pretty easy to do. So look, first name, last name. You don't whether it's up to you whether you want to put your name in there. You can put a business, if you're into candle making, you could put candle making, for example. But if you're building if you're putting together a channel where you're building credibility with people, they want to see you. They want to see Mary Smith or Greg Watford, for example, rather than just candle making. Now, in choosing the username, this is really good. Google will actually try to, if you go and put in John Smith, for example, it says no, John Smith's already taken, and then there's going to be a whole stack of numbers at the back. And I often ask people, why have you got a terrible Gmail address? And they say, well, Google told me to. No, Google's not telling you to do anything. It's just suggesting to you to put in numbers at the back of the name. Look, the way that I do it, if you let's say we'll keep going with John Smith. John Smith obviously has already been taken. Well, try Smith John. How about J Smith? How about Smith J? If you've got let's say D is for David, so it's John David Smith. So put in John David Smith and see how you go with that. How about JD Smith? How about Smith JD? Even someone in my team came up with a beauty. They actually, instead of JD, they'll write JAYDEE Smith, for example. It's something a bit different. So regarding full stops, you can put full stops between it. So you can put like John.Smith, even though it's taken, but it's Smith.John. But Google does not, what's the word? Google doesn't worry about the dot. So John Smith and John.Smith is the same Gmail address. But it looks good for us humans. Okay, so John.Smith looks a bit easier to read than John Smith. So just bear that in mind. So what I'm saying is do swap those around and see what you can come up with. Look, even the candle making, you can do candle making, candle.making or candle making. It's probably already taken at gmail.com. So you could do making candles, or you could actually making. So there's a web page called, it's a domain name called thesaurus.com. It's as in dictionary.com, thesaurus.com. Thesaurus.com gives you alternates to words. Okay, so if you're taking candle making, what's another word for making? Okay, so you can put making in thesaurus.com and it'll give you all these suggestions. One could be production, so you could go candle productions as something different, or producing candles. So I've just given you some alternatives there. How about my candle making, or the best candle making? Things like that. You can put in the, put in my, put in your candle making at gmail.com and see what happens, see if it's available. So my suggestion is to actually concentrate, just jot them down on a bit of paper, see what happens, and write a few down that are available, and then choose the best for your business or for your particular channel. Password. Look, with passwords, please record your passwords somewhere, in a little book, in a spreadsheet. Anywhere is better than not doing it. So many times I've come across some of our team members are right pulling their hair out because they've mixed up their passwords, and then it becomes a real pain to try to crack in, because there's a lot of security with your Gmail account. Google is trying to actually make sure that people are not cracking into your account, and if you start fiddling around with passwords, well, you look like a bad guy trying to crack into your account. Hack, not crack. Birthday. It's up to you whether you go and put your real birthday in there. Personally, it's why should Google know your real birthday? There's a privacy thing here. Gender, phone. Make sure it's a correct phone number, because you need to verify your account, especially with YouTube. You need to verify your account. They'll verify it by sending a code to your phone. And the other thing is your current email address. It's really important that you put a real going email address in there, not a dodgy address, because if at any time either your Gmail account gets frozen out because it's been hacked, or even your YouTube, there's a problem with the YouTube account, maybe problems with passwords or whatever, they'll be sending an email over to where they say it's your current address, it's your alternative address. So make sure, it can be a YouTube, or it could be it can be a Gmail, or it could be a Yahoo address or whatever. But just make sure it's an address that is actually working. And it'll save you a lot of angst down the track. Okay, look, so that's basically setting up the account. You just go next, boom, boom, and it's set up. It's really, really easy to go and set up an account. Okay, so all you got to do then is just go and do youtube.com and log in. Now, I've already logged into my YouTube account. When you first come up, if you haven't done, if this is brand new, the YouTube account is brand new, it'll ask you, do you want to create a YouTube account? Click here, and you may have to go through a couple of steps. And as I said, it's very good to verify your account with the phone, because there's a limitation. If you haven't verified your account, there's a limitation on the size of the videos that you can upload until it's verified. Okay, so this is what happens. This is what it looks like when you get into the home page, and going over on the left, just go and click on channel, and it'll take you to your channel. Now, what exactly is a YouTube channel? A YouTube channel is sort of like an area where you go and bung all your videos together, right? And often channels, you can have multiple channels, and you can often have, like, let's say that if you're in candle making, you've got one channel for candle making and one channel for personal stuff. Okay, so there'll be two different channels. While we're on this point, you can have multiple channels on the one Google account. Okay, so you can have many as you like, channels on one Google account. Personally, I don't do that. I find that really confusing, because what happens if your account gets hacked, or Google wants to close it? It means all your channels are switched off. What I do is I go one email address, one YouTube channel, one email address, one YouTube channel, one email address, one YouTube channel. And then I separate that. So if anything happens in the future, I only lose one channel. I don't lose multiple channels. Okay, so your channel, when you first log into it and click my channel, won't look entirely like this, because I've already got this set up. Yours will look pretty blank. One, it won't have any videos down the bottom, and also it won't have any channel art or pictures up there. So this is the steps that you need to take to set up your channel. And there's only around about, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's about 4 steps. Really, really easy. Okay, this is just the basics. You can do a lot of fine tuning with this, but just to get it up and running, it only takes just a couple of minutes to go and do this. The first thing that I do is the channel art. That's that picture that goes across the top, and I've just got a sort of a bit of a generic picture there. If you're into candle making, obviously you'd have candles, and you can actually put text in there as well in the middle. I'll just click where it says here the little edit the channel art over on the right hand side. So and that's where you can actually, that's what it looks like, and you actually drag a pic there. I'm going to close that. Just going to click cancel. Where you get the pic from, the pic's got to be it's a specific size. It's 25/60, something like that wide. Let's go and see if I can find where. No, that's that one. That's that one. Well, maybe, okay. We'll do this. We'll just do a Google when I type correctly. right, and go images, and all you got to do is go and type in YouTube channel art. YouTube channel. And you can see there's the size there. It's 2560 by 1440. That's what the size it's supposed to be. Now, of course, you can go and make up your own pic and use an image editor, but you can borrow a sort of generic pic from someone in this. Look, with this more, you can actually whereas you can actually filter this out, and they're not let's say beach scenes, just for the fun of it. Yeah, okay. So you can just go and grab one of those and just make sure it's the right size. So for example, you could just take a bit of a generic pic and save it to your desktop and then upload it where it says over here, it's edit channel art. You can upload it to that. If you'd like some text in the middle of it, there is a website called PicMonkey. I'll show it to you. It's a great website. PicMonkey. PicMonkey.com, and it's used for editing images. And hang on, we just close that bit down. That's just an ad in the front. You don't have to have an account where it just says edit. You just go and upload that image and actually put some text in it. It's a really, really great website. So I'm trying to close that down, back to there. So that's what's called the channel art. That's the pic across the top. This little icon over here, what's called your channel icon, that's where you put your face. My suggestion is do not put your dog, your newborn son, or you at 6 years old into that pic, into that icon. Look, the reason being is people want to see you. They want to see what you look like, not your dog or whatever. If you've got a business channel, the candle making, for example, yes, you can put candles in there, or some logo that represents your business, perhaps. But generally, if you've got your name, as I have on this particular channel, they want to see your face. So tip number, whatever it is, always put your face up there. Don't put the dog or something else. Okay, so that's what's that? Channel art's one. Number two is the icon. The number three, across the bottom here, is description, where I'm just pointing just below my name there. If you haven't put anything in there, it'll just say add description or something like that. My suggestion, I'm just going to click the edit button here. My suggestion is that you go and write something there. You can see, for example, if you would like to contact us, our email address is, and I don't put the proper email address in, it's contact at, gregwatford.com, the dot and then the com. It's so that my email address doesn't get scraped by spammers and shoved on a list. Well, we try to stop that. So just a little description about your channel. I would suggest that you put some keywords in there. So, for example, if you've got this candle making, obviously you're going to put in the description, you're going to be talking about candle making, producing candles, and even the different categories, perhaps, of soy candles or artistic type candles, or scented candles, plain candles. So you could mention all those keywords in your description. So that'd help as well, because we'll talk about keywords once we put the video up. So that's 1, 2, 3. Okay, the last one here is we're going to actually, I haven't done it, but I'm going to show you how to actually put up a little video in the front. So it says, sorry, I jumped. The little cog wheel over here on the right means channel settings. That's what it means. It's written at the top. Okay, this bit here, customize your layout of your channel, recommended for people who upload videos regularly and add a channel trailer. So I'm going to be talking about adding a channel trailer. I'm going to click over there and click save, and the front of it changes. You watch. Okay, here we go. And we've got 2 tabs. See those 2 tabs for new visitors and for returning visitors. Now, what a channel trailer is a little video that actually, when you go to someone's channel, it automatically plays. It's sort of like, I can't actually point, but anyhow, it's where I'm pointing. Yeah, where I'm pointing there. The video normally sits about here, and it plays, and that's an introduction to your channel. You would have knocked up a little video and say, hey guys, this is about candle making. My name is Mary Smith, and I've been making candles for 5 or 10 years now, and I've got some really great candles. I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to make your own candles. So it's that sort of thing. So and it turns out that you can, for returning subscribers and for new visitors, are two separate things nowadays. As you look at this video, YouTube may have changed the layout of this, so just go with it. But right now, that's how you do it. How I found it, again, one more time, is on the cog over here for settings. I've gone there, I've turned on this setting that says customize layout for your channel. I've clicked save, and it comes up with those two tabs there, and you can actually, inside those tabs, you can go and put in the little video if you so wish. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn mine off because I haven't set up I must do it sometime. I haven't got around to doing. I'm going to click save that trailer video. All right, okay. So look, basically that's the channel is now set up and ready to go. And as I said, with yours, you won't have any videos across the bottom, but where we got it now, it's all ready to go and ready to accept a video, and we're going to upload it. So up the top up here, where it says on the top right, we're going to upload. So now the next step is we're going to upload the video. I'm going to find a video to download, and then we're going to upload that video. I'm going to show you how to do that.